The message from the province was clear. They're coming for the properties of people who launder money and don't care whose name the home is under.
Just because the mob boss's spouse is not involved in illegal activity doesn't mean they get to keep the house.
Solicitor General Mike Farnworth introducing new legislation to expand how civil forfeiture is used so it can target the assets of money launderers.
So we're becoming more agile to confront the tactics of drug traffickers and organized criminals.
It's created a new tool called unexplained wealth orders. If investigators believe someone with more than $75,000 in assets is engaged in illegal activity, they can look at their property, even if it's under the name of a trust or family member. If they can prove to the court there is a serious question on whether they got it through illegal money or didn't have enough to purchase the property without it, it can be seized. It's an expansion, both in scope and in dollar amount, of how civil forfeiture currently works, and was a recommendation of the Cullen Commission. But not everyone is convinced.
It creates a scenario where British Columbians may be forced to go to court to prove that they themselves are not criminals, and in our view, that's simply unconstitutional.
The BC Civil Liberties Association says the new rules don't put enough onus on investigators to prove guilt, and that the way civil forfeiture has been used in the past is concerning.
The vast majority of the time, it is used against people who are actually poor and marginalized, rather than, rich criminals.
Then there's the question of how much good it will actually do.
I commend them for the initiative. I am concerned regarding the magnitude of the problem.
A former senior RCMP operations manager for transnational crime, Krusty says the savviest and wealthiest criminals will still find new ways to evade the law.
It may impact some of the lower level, but I question in terms of what it can do in terms of the higher level.
When asked about concerns about the law, Farnworth was bullish.
I think the public is fed up and sick and tired of organized crime and the increasingly sophisticated ways in which they hide their ill-gotten gains.
Which may be so, but a lot of expensive houses are going to be bought and sold in this province before the government knows how successful this legislation is. Justin McElroy, CBC News, Victoria.